Terrana. This is a world where magic comes alive, where people live alongside mystical creatures with magical powers. These creatures are known to all as Mystimon. Some fear these creatures, but others imprint them and call upon them to fight by their side. Mystimon are found all over this world, but this world is under siege by forces from beyond and within. Ghosts, demons, horrific eldritch terrors from beyond this world, and an evil cult worshipping unknowable and terrible beings. Now, an enigmatic group of investigators sets out to stop these incursions and defend the world from the terrors of the void, as they work to end the machinations of a madman in Mystimon Saga: Hidden Archives. Aloha, welcome back to Mystimon Saga. This is Mystimon Saga: Hidden Archives, a Pathfinder 2nd edition actual play. I'm your host and game master GM Seth, aka Seth or Mitchell, and I am the writer and creator of this vast world. Today I'm once again joined by my players.
Hello, I'm Ducky. Well, we'll be taking a hiatus for a bit while I play test the Slayer.
And we'll leave it at that for the moment.
Okay.
And now Maritime.
I am obviously Maritime. I am playing Makoto, as always. I am not playtesting any new characters. I am an Apeke animist.
Named Makoto.
Mm-hmm.
And when we last left our investigators, you decided to head off to bed, only to be awakened a few hours later when suddenly you heard a scream in the middle of the night. You went out to investigate the scream, and Koi just ran right into Makoto and was pointing hurriedly down the hall. You moved down the hall to where she was pointing, and you were attacked by a creature of horrific proportions, a terrifying creature that was bizarre and alien. You later learned it was called a dimensional shambler, and multiple times it took Ada to the future where it was going to feed on her. Because it kept shifting back and forth between the future and the present, you eventually did manage to save her from it and killed the creature. And when you did, you saw a shadow moving further down the hall, and as Ira chased after it and you followed after her, you got to a window where this shadow had leaped out, and as you looked out, you saw this armored figure running away. And Ira said, "Was that Toothpert?" The next day, as you reported this to Crystal, Crystal was upset, understandably so, because people she cared about was attacked. And so she upped security. And Sarah told you that she didn't know if Crystal's actions were justifiable. She did know that students didn't really appreciate having their IDs checked as they went into their dorm. So she thought that maybe there was something you could do with the paper to try to take down the tension, try to bring down the temperature. And her brilliant idea was that you would interview Crystal. After interviewing Crystal, you had a nice interview with her, and suddenly she got a call on her comstone, and it was Fleur letting her know that Agatha was in the hospital. And she started going crazy. She said she needed to get to the hospital as soon as possible and she asked Makoto to come along with her. And then she got another call. Irene, who was also in the hospital, she had awakened from her coma, and she was asking for the party. And so Makoto went along with Crystal to one clinic in the Coliseum district to see to Agatha, while Ada and Willow went to the hospital in the Palace district to see what Kyrene wanted. When you all returned to the Academy district, you heard some sounds coming from over by the lake, and you found this girl digging frantically in the sand, manically, and she was as if in a trance, and she was saying these strange things in a strange language that you've never heard before. And as soon as Makoto tried to touch her to cast Clear Mind, she went crazy and started saying, "What is hidden must be revealed, and what is revealed must be hidden," or something along those lines. And after a bit of a tussle, she went limp, and she died right in front of you. And then something happened there that caused Willow to lose their sanity, what was left of it anyways, as Willow just suddenly collapsed. And Willow, oh dear Willow, what are we ever going to do with you? Willow, you awaken, but you are not yourself. You don't feel yourself. In fact, you don't feel anything at all. All you feel is a blanket of rage and anger washing over you. You are not in your right mind. You look down to see thick, heavy-duty chains strapping you to a bed. They are all that are keeping you from tearing this room you are in asunder. You look around in this small room. The walls are all bare, constructed of sandstone. The door to the room looks like a heavy-duty stone slab door, made to keep raging machines like you contained. You struggle against the chains, but they are holding you tight, and you are unable to make them budge even an inch. You let out a high-pitched scream that echoes through the halls of Almana Academy. Willow, you have entered third-degree madness and have gone temporarily insane. You have now relinquished control, Willow, temporarily, till they come out of this psychotic break. Dr. Jules sighs heavily as she sits outside the room, jotting something down in her notepad. Makoto, you find her there, sitting right outside this room with a heavy stone slab door. She looks up and almost jumps as you approach. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry. I guess I'm still a little jumpy from the other day, she says. She relaxes and takes a deep breath. They are still very disoriented, confused. I'm not sure how long this will last. I'm hoping that it is only temporary and that they soon come back to their senses. I've given them medications to keep them calm, and I've sedated them. The trouble is that their large size and physiology make it very challenging to administer the correct dosage, so it is all very trial and error. But I dare not risk handing them over to Darkond, so I Crystal set up this room down here in the basement, far away from other students, for their safety as much as everyone else's. We just have to wait it out, I suppose. I hope I have better news for you soon.
Thank you for the update.
She looks down at the notepad in her lap. It's so hard, you know. When you feel like you're losing the battle. I got into this line of work to help people. You know, I originally didn't even want to be a psychiatrist. I wanted to be an herbologist. I'm sure you have noticed how I've been able to connect with Kawoi, similar interests. But after my mother, I wanted to help people avoid a similar fate. And yet, right now, I feel like I'm facing a losing battle. I've lost one patient, which is hard enough for me to cope with. But now this as well. Perhaps I need as much help as those I'm trying to help. Because otherwise, I feel like I may end up just quitting, like Dr. Granger. So hard. What is your response?
We all need help.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. And just then, you hear Willow let out a loud, high-pitched, thundering roar. And Dr. Jules looks up at the door, They've been screaming like that constantly. Almost impossible to catch a nap here. Deanna said she would come down and relieve me in a bit so I can get some sleep. Though I don't know if I'd even be able to. I have to believe they will come out of this eventually. Gods, I sure could use some coffee right now.
Do you want me to go get some for you?
If you could, that would be marvelous. Thank you. I take with
Certainly.
cream, two sugars.
Okay. We'll walk away mumbling, 1 cream, 2 sugars, 1 cream, 2 sugars.
Now, as the noon sun beats down on the sandy desert of Almana, a small bipedal bear walks forth toward a massive pyramid structure rising high above the skyline of Kalrun. Ducky, please tell us about this new character.
Hello, Charmy. Oh, their name is Charmy as well. She is a Slayer, which is the new class I'm playtesting. She loves food.
She is also an Orsine.
Yes, she's a Orsine, specifically a lazy
So, the best way to describe an Orsine is think like a Care Bear.
Yes. Really friendly.
That is charming.
Some might say too friendly.
Sounds like
But
an Orsine.
she loves fish.
She loves
lot.
fish.
Loves fish and food. Making
Alright.
Maybe
friends.
she can eat the fish that Willow's always saying.
Hell. But yeah. She has a companion that is
It is a Balthro, isn't it?
there's a Balthor named Balthor, which I don't know if it's scary that it's the same size as Charmy. But yeah, she's a hunter. She loves to kill eldritch beasts and void terrors.
Charmy, you have come here to Almana Academy after hearing many reports of strange goings-on in the city of Kalrun. People are seeing strange things, hearing things that sound otherworldly. And you've heard from a woman named Fleur that a massive flying creature, the likes of which she's never seen before in her entire life, attacked some friends of hers just outside the council hall some time ago. It would appear this city is being haunted by the echoes of something from beyond this world. It would also seem that these friends of Fleur's are at the heart of it. Here at Almana Academy, you've learned that a student, a young girl, had just gone mad and then mysteriously died shortly thereafter. Something is happening here. Something dark. Something from outside this world. And you have come here to investigate. You scour the world for any traces of the void, of the eldritch things that do not belong here. And you slay these invasive creatures. That is why you have come here now. Strapped to your side is a small bag. This bag is full of trophies from your past kills. Creatures from the void. Void terrors, they're called. To you, they're invaders. They do not belong here. You've seen a lot in your time. A lot that you just don't fully comprehend or understand. You don't try to comprehend it. You try to file that away. To try to comprehend any of it. And you would end up the same as those in Darkon Sanatorium. You step forth onto the paved main road of the Academy District of Kalrun. There was no way to get here from within the city proper, since the city gates were destroyed in some terrorist attack a couple of weeks ago. So you had to go the long way around. Luckily, the Academy District isn't surrounded by walls like the majority of the city is. Delicious smells wafted in the air, drawing you to your left. There you see a small building. You can also hear something coming from inside. Meowing. Nakos. This must be a Nako cafe. There you see a woman with long and smooth platinum blonde hair, going to unlock the door. She turns to see you. Oh, for a moment you reminded me of someone. Would you like something? This place isn't really mine. I'm just tending to it while the owner gets back on her feet. She says to you.
I'm here looking for some people associated with a Fleur.
Fleur? She sounds like a friend. Do you mean Councilwoman Fleur?
Well, I don't particularly know her
Yeah, she
that
is.
well,
She is from the council.
but yes.
Then you must be here looking for some friends of mine, or rather, one of them calls the others acquaintances. I'm not sure.
I don't want to be associated with them. They're a psycho.
I think that one. She's the last I saw, she was with my wife in the library, and oh, there she is. And Makoto, you were walking down the main road towards the Nako Cafe.
One sugar, two cream, or one cream, two sugar. Even I forgot. So much for my mumbling it while I walk.
And here you see a short teddy bear like creature. What kind of emblem or whatever is on Charmy's belly?
It is a wave.
It's a wave?
Yes, like the river.
A wave like a river. So you see this this teddy bear like creature before you with that is super short, like she's like below your knees short. And she has this wave like a river on her belly. And what color is Charmy's hair?
It is kind of like a light reddish color.
A light reddish color.
Yes.
And Makoto, you remember you have a friend that you made in Evergreen City who's also of the same ancestry. You remember they're called Orsines, and they come from Celestion, a floating island high in the sky.
Well, you're far from home.
Hello.
Ara introduces you. This is Makoto. She's the one who thinks of the others in her group as just acquaintances.
It caused me nothing but headaches.
Oh, well, I think of everyone I meet as friends.
There were two decent ones. There was like a robot and another one, but they left to do their own things.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Always sad when a friend leaves.
Yes, it was very sad. Anyway, are you here to have a coffee too?
Oh, no, I don't drink coffee.
Well, they sell more than coffee here.
Yeah, what drew you to this building is the smell of tea. Delicious smelling tea. Like it smells like flowers.
I do like flowery tea. Reminds me of
Ira sniffs and oh, damn it, Kawaii. Kawaii must have left one of her flower teas in a pot.
Well, she makes lots of flowers, so I'm sure the tea is still tasty.
Not if the burner is still on. Like I'm
I'm sure anything you make will be good.
I don't know about that. I suck at making coffee. In fact, here the Mikado constantly reminds me of.
Coffee's still better.
Hey, I'm a tea expert, but I do know a little bit about coffee.
Excuse me, do you know where I could find this group I'm looking for?
Well, you've already found one of them right here. Ira says, pointing to Makoto.
You're looking for me? What can I help you with?
Well, I heard that you ran into some trouble with a eldritch beast.
Iris scoffs. Pick one. There's a lot of those void tears harassing
us. We are
us.
always running into trouble here, and a lot of those void terrors and eldritch things.
Well, I talked to someone named Blur, and I came here to help. You see, I hunt eldritch creatures, I can't let them. I can't just let them live. They do not belong to this world.
Well, Makoto, there's one thing that's been haunting your mind since yesterday. You were there when that girl died. You were there when you saw what emerged from her. And that thing, you have not been able to get it out of your mind. You don't know what this massive tentacles was. You do know it went into that pond.
Well, I saw this thing that was inside this girl that was like a bunch of tentacles. I don't know if it was an Eldritch Terror, but it went into that pond over there. Is the cafe close to the pond, or I'm just...
Yes, it is.
Okay.
In fact, let me bring
like,
that
I hope
up,
I'm...
right? Let me bring that
like,
up
I
right
hope I'm
here.
not just spouting nonsense.
Let me bring that up right here. So, the pond is at the far... the cafe where you're standing outside is at the... is at the far end of this main road. And the pond is off to the west a bit, behind some buildings. Actually, off to the east.
This pond. I won't let me write. I was gonna mark X marks the spot for the pond because two other ponds, but it won't let me write on the map.
It won't let you write on the map. Oh no. Wait, actually you can. You can click the drawing tools icon.
I did.
Well, I see the X. Yeah.
I didn't put that X.
That was
That's not
me. I did that. I clicked the draw freehand. It's like the fifth option down on the pen drawing tools when you click the drawing tool.
Draw text. Draw. Oh.
That's your problem.
I didn't realize I then had to pick the next category over. Hopefully I will remember that for next time.
There was something that was bugging me on the scene there. I just had to quickly fix it. Anyways, so yeah, that's where the
you
pond
didn't like
is.
that it was nighttime?
No, it's just that it shouldn't be at nighttime. It's daytime. It's 1:21 p.m. and they're dark clouds and it's 30 degrees Celsius out.
I thought maybe
warm.
that it just automatically changes from day to night.
I wish it would do that, but it doesn't. Unfortunately. So that's where the pond is. And where this happened, where you saw this girl die and everything, was actually to the west of it, just to the left of it, and just the creature just slithered into that pond there.
Like, just show me where this happened. I'm not curious.
Dakota, do you go ahead and show Charmy where this happened?
Yeah, I show her the location.
All right, so you show Charmy where this occurred. And Charmy, you can go ahead and make me a perception check.
Secret or...
Everything's a secret.
Sorry, I was typing messages into the chat just to get the freaking... just to make sure that that your chat card for your perception check ends up below my video feed. Anyways, so Charmy, you're looking through this. You're looking through the sand, and as you look at the wet sand on the shore of the pond, just on the shore of the pond, you can see the the trail of that this creature took as it slithered into the pond. You can make out the trail in the wet sand.
It appears that the creature went this way.
Yep. You gonna dive in after it?
Well, I do have pretty good lungs, but no.
Charmy, you have this ability called Mark Quarry as a slayer. You can designate a single creature and spend 10 minutes listening to rumors about it, researching it in the library, or taking note of its tracks. Do you want to mark Quarry?
Charmy would do that.
So yeah. Charmy marks Quarry on this tentacle creature, And so you listen to Makoto tell you about it, and you examine its trail that it made going into the pond. And I assume you also have a notebook that you're jotting notes in.
Oh, yeah.
And you spend 10 minutes doing this. You've marked this creature as your quarry. As you've also taken a look at the shoreline all around the entire pond. And you cannot find any trail showing that it has exited the pond at all. You don't think it has exited the pond. You think it's still somewhere in the pond.
So, it doesn't seem to have left the pond, so I believe it's still in there. Perhaps it has a fondness for water.
Perhaps it has a fondness for water. It's an interesting thought. So what do you want to do?
What did they say? Like, how? Like, where it came from?
It was inside the girl's body.
Yeah, very disturbingly so.
The girl died and then it came out of the body and went into the water. That's all we know about it.
It's likely. It sounds like it was using her as a host. So when it no longer needed her, it discarded her.
Very perceptive.
Very creepy.
It's in the water.
So
I don't have a spell that's going to help us breathe to go after it. So hopefully you've got really good lungs and you're really good at swimming.
Well, I do have really good lungs.
So Ira comes up a little bit later and hands you this coffee that you ordered for Dr. Jules, and she also hands Charmy a cup of tea, flower tea.
Oh, thank you.
And
I wanted flower tea too.
She also brought you a flower tea as well, Makoto.
Good. Thank you very much.
And she says, 1 cream, 2 sugars. Not 2 creams, 1 sugar.
Yes, I mixed it up on my way over. I must have been repeating myself and scrambled my words up. Thank you very much.
No problem. So how's it coming?
Well, we think it's still in the pond.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Why is it in the pond?
I don't know why it's in the pond.
I know.
I better call Kwoi and tell her not to sit by the pond anymore.
I think we should, what do you call it when you section off it and don't let people near it?
Quarantine?
Well, we should put up tape or something and people aren't allowed to cross the yellow tape.
You can cross that one with Crystal, I guess.
Okay, so how about Charmy stays here to investigate it because she wants to murder them. I go take this coffee to Dr. Jules, and then I will go talk to, who was it?
Crystal, or even Sarah.
Crystal, Sarah, somebody. I will find somebody, the sooner the better. So whoever I run into first, to see about getting this thing sectioned off until we can deal with the problem of the creature in the water.
All right. Makoto, you make your way up to the pyramid and head inside the academy. And you first head down to the basement levels, and you find Dr. Jules there, still jotting things down in this notepad of hers. And you still hear the thundering roars of Willow. And you wonder to yourself, I had no idea that Willow had such a set of lungs.
Maybe she could dive into the pond when she's feeling better.
Maybe.
We'll have 2 people chase something under the water.
Maybe. And you hand the coffee to Dr. Jules, and she says, "Oh, thank you very, very much, Makoto."
You are most welcome. Anytime.
And so you excuse yourself to go speak with Crystal or Sarah, someone in charge.
Yes.
And you head on up the stairs, and you head up to the central stairs. It's a bit of a walk. You know, this is a really large pyramid. And you're starting to agree with Deanna's sentiment that Crystal needs to install an elevator,
Yes.
particularly in the basement levels, because there's multiple basement levels.
Maybe people.
Although
wanna
at least we're
know.
getting our exercise in.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't need to go to gym class. This is our gym class.
You get up to the third floor finally, and you find Crystal in an argument once again with Pax, that ornery fairy, and she's actually cussing at him now. I think I'm going to censor her words. There's a lot of bleeps going here. And
Sorry to interrupt.
yeah,
But
she says, "Okay, Pax, leave now, or I'll cast a fireball next time and launch you right through the freaking glass tip of the freaking pyramid."
just go tell him to dust some books. I'm sure he'll be happy. He wants to guard them. If he's dusting them, he's staying out of people's way.
I'm taking them with me.
No, just go dust some books there, Pax.
I'm taking them with me.
No, you can stay here. You can go dust the books. Don't take the books with you. Anyway, Crystal, maybe you should take some anger management classes with Dr. Jules.
Oh, not you too.
Um,
Deanna's been saying the same thing.
It's not a good look to be swearing. It's not very professional. On another note, we have an issue. The pond by the cafe, it's got some sea creature or something in it that's very dangerous. We also ran into, what was it, an Orsonian bear?
An Orsine? Another Orsine?
Orsine bear. Yes. I ran into one of those. She claims to be they claim to be a terror hunter, void something. And they're investigating it, but I thought maybe in the meantime, while it's still in there, we should maybe quarantine the pond, not let anybody near it.
Sea creature? What did Waveform take up refuge in the pond now? Do we now have 4 Dragon Lords here? Pods.
It's like an octopus of some sort. It was inside the girl. Remember that we talked about last time? She died near the pond. And it was inside.
Remind me not to ask you guys questions.
Yeah, stuff seems to find us.
Seems to? I think you're backing for this stuff.
Hey, I only joined to try and help.
Yeah, now you see what I've been dealing with for several years.
Yeah, I'm on your side with this.
If you think these guys are crazy, you should have stopped by for us. Wackadoodle, that guy.
Well, I'm kind of wondering if these guys might be able to beat him.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, so... quarantine the pond.
Yes.
Any problem with the other 2 ponds?
Not that we're aware of unless they're connected, but we can investigate that if you would like.
I don't think they're connected, but that's probably something to go ask Deanna. She seems to have taken
head there next.
She seems to have taken an interest lately in geology.
Well, everybody has their interests.
Yeah, I could take the archaeology, but now geology. Now she's talking to me constantly about rocks. I find the history far more interesting, you know?
I do find history more interesting than rocks. I agree with you there. Anyway, maybe you should go have tea, calm down. Talk to whoever you need to talk to get that pond quarantined off, and I will go find Deanna.
You sound more and more like Deanna every single day. Okay, so you head off to go find Deanna to ask her some questions about the pond.
Yes.
You find Deanna in her office down in the basement levels. So you had a bit of a walk down the stairs. And
I'm getting my calories counted today.
And you're kind of kicking yourself for not mentioning to Crystal that she needs to install an elevator. You head down the stairs. Maybe
teleportation stones or something. I don't know.
You head down the stairs and you find Deanna in her office, in her lab rather. She has her own archaeology lab because she's the head archaeologist of the school. And you also find her with May. That's someone you haven't seen in a while.
Nope. Or yep.
So you find her there with May, and she says, "Oh, we've been going over the notes from the blood tomb, trying to figure out if there's anything in there that can tell us about whatever that thing is. How can I help you?"
Well, I ran into this. How do you say it again? Orsine. I'm gonna keep butchering that. I know. Anyway, and they claim to be a void terror hunter, and they think that the octopus that crawled out of the young lady's heart or mouth the other day is one, and they don't think it's left the pond. And we're just have some questions about the pond.
Oh, certainly. What would you like to know?
Well, we're wondering if the pond is connected to the other 3 ponds in the area, or 2 ponds.
Well, that is a very good question. There's actually a series of caverns in the area, and there's a series of caverns right under the Academy District, and I believe it's connected to some catacombs that sit directly below Kalrun. In fact, these catacombs are actually of the old city, Kyrus, and it's possible there could be an aquifer down there. And
okay.
If there is an aquifer down there, that would actually be a remarkable discovery in this desert. I'm sure you can imagine. Right now, there's piping that leads from the Nile River over to the city, and that's how we get our water. If there's an aquifer down below the Academy District, that would be a remarkable discovery. So I'm not entirely sure if the 3 ponds are connected, perhaps to an aquifer, but if you want, I can help you with figuring that out.
Yeah, because we don't want that. As far as we know, as of right now, the creature is still in the main pond. But if the ponds are connected, then it could have gotten out and escaped to one of the other ponds, and then it could infect another person as a host.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, and we don't know what it's doing in the host, if it's laying eggs or just causing disturbances, collecting intelligence. We don't know. So we want to find this creature and get rid of it if we can.
Yeah, I'll help you out with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Certainly. Let me patch things up with May, and I'm sure he has papers to grade, anyways. He was using this as an escape from that.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, he's constantly complaining about how stupid his students are.
That also doesn't surprise me.
She tells you to go ahead and go back up to the pond, and she will beat you there.
Okay, thank you for your help, and I will see you soon.
Yep. So you head on back up the stairs. Definitely getting your steps in today.
Yep, I should be wearing a Fitbit or an Apple tracker or something. I know they probably don't exist in this world, but maybe someone should invent one. Yeah. What's an Apple device? You mean the fruit that we eat? How's that gonna count your steps?
And you head out back to the main pond, and there you see one of the professors sitting at the edge of the pond, over to the front edge of the pond. He's fishing in the pond again.
Oh, not him again.
And you keep reminding him that there's no fish in that pond. He doesn't seem to care about that.
Sir, there might not be any fish in the pond, but there is a creature in the pond that might try and go inside your mouth and be a host inside you.
A what now?
An evil creature that might try and kill you.
Makoto, have you been getting sleep? Sleep is very important.
Yes, I am the most sane out of everybody in my group.
Oh, can Charmy say this?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Your Charmy,
they're like 30, 40,
like
50
the
feet
guy
away.
would just see Charmy, not Charmy, Charmy would see the guy like fishing, and she would go up to him, and she would say, "Excuse me, there's no fishing in this pond. This pond is off limits, unless you want to die."
You, Miss Bear, are more disturbing than this Bigfoot in my class.
Well, I'm trying to save your life.
So
Crystal is in the works of getting this pond quarantined to protect the faculty and students.
Are they serving crazy juice at that cafe?
You would have to ask Crystal.
I don't know about that, but
I don't know what I know that there's food there, but I don't know what they put in the food.
The cafe you know is owned by Agatha, actually, but the one who's actually operating at the moment is Ira.
Either way.
Did you mention food?
I was thinking that you meant cafeteria at first, so I was confused.
Yeah, at the mere mention of food, Charmy, you get this urge to head back over to that cafe.
I could really use some grub right now.
Yeah, the food can wait. We have to figure out this. I thought you said void terrors murdering were more important than anything else right now.
But Charmy's missing her third breakfast.
Have that afterwards.
It's like you just see Charmy like it's like, all right, I guess I can resist.
Make a will save.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you managed to resist. You resist the urge to go have your third breakfast.
I wonder if there is a way to learn.
You take a gulp of your flower tea.
Ooh, this tea is good. I'll have to get some more later. Okay. Yes.
The professor packs up this fishing rod and gives you a look and then heads on back to the pyramid.
Goodbye. It was nice to meet you. You just see Charmy waving. Goodbye.
And he turns back and he says, whatever you do, Bear, do not sign up for my class.
Well, I'm not enrolled in school, so I don't think that's a problem.
But this worse thing even being able to afford school.
Probably not.
Okay. Deanna shows up here and she has brought along Daphne. She's brought along this short girl. She looks about 13 years of age with long, smooth, jet black hair and really pale white skin. And she introduces Daphne to you, Charmy, and she also then introduces herself. I'm Deanna, and this is Daphne. Daphne is actually mute, so she only speaks in sign language, which actually it would turn out that Charmy, you do know sign language.
Oh, that's okay. I know sign language.
And Daphne starts signing. Hi.
Hello, Charmy signs. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I am Charmy.
You're cute.
Oh, thanks.
Can I squeeze and hug you?
Oh, well, sure. I don't mind. I love hugs. Just don't pull on my fur, please.
So after that charming greeting, we'll put it that way, Deanna asks, so what's up with this pond?
There is what I believe to be an eldritch creature in there.
There's an eldritch creature in there.
Yes, I believe so.
Like the thing that attacked the dorm the other night?
I don't know much about that.
Apparently.
I believe it hasn't left this pond here. There was a way to check it or somehow. I mean, I have pretty good lungs, but I wouldn't suggest going in there blindly without some preparation.
All right. That's Probably a smart idea, making preparations. I always tell Crystal to plan and prepare things beforehand, but does she ever listen to me?
I'm assuming no.
Yeah, no. She rarely listens to me. And then Daphne assigns, you and Crystal should get married. And Deanna says, I would if she would ever propose to me, but she hasn't.
Maybe she doesn't know that you want her to.
Well, I don't know how. I've dropped 1,000 hints.
Maybe she's like a guy and then she doesn't get hints.
You may actually be right about that.
Majority of guys I've met, they're not very good at hints.
Deanna leans down and takes a look at this pond. And I'm actually going to make a perception check for her.
Did you roll good or bad?
I'm going to spend a story point.
I'm assuming that was bad.
Yeah, I'm going to roll a story point.
Even the NPCs get story points.
Yeah, the GM gets story points. Which is not something I use very often. So yeah, that's better. And she says, I would have to get a closer look down there to see if there's any connection between it and the other ponds.
Is there a way to do that without going down there and risking your life?
No, I am pretty good with survival. So if you need any help in like that department.
But just Crystal wouldn't be happy if her girlfriend ended up with a void terror inside her body.
Oh, no. I would not let that happen. I would kill it before that happened. Don't you worry. I'll protect you.
Deanna's eyes glow blue and says, thanks for the vote of confidence in my guardian powers.
I just want you to be safe and don't want to be murdered by Crystal.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder who's scarier, her or a void terror.
Oh.
I have told her today to maybe go see Dr. Jules about some anger management. So maybe she will listen. We will see. Maybe she won't.
Probably not. And Deanna thinks on this for a moment. She says, hey, Charmy, if you're a hunter of these things, aren't they nocturnal? Do you think they're nocturnal?
Charmy thinks on it.
You can make an occultism check. You think that they are completely nocturnal?
I believe they are nocturnal.
Dakota, do you want to make an occultism check?
I mean, I would assume that Charmy knows more than me, seeing as she hunts them, but sure.
Yeah, Dakota, you think she's right.
I'm assuming we both did not roll well.
Daphne's signs, no, actually, I think they can appear at any time of day.
Oh.
Thank you, Daphne, for correcting us.
Oh,
I would hate to go in the water and get murdered by this thing.
Charmy rolled 24. Makoto rolled 22. Both critical failures. And Daphne says, you're welcome.
I was just like, oh, how embarrassing to get outwitted by a child.
Yeah, especially seeing as you hunt these things.
Wow. No, I'm not perfect. Can't know everything. I wonder, is there a way to see underwater?
Is there a way to see underwater? You know what? Daphne suddenly, she casts a spell, and she actually has cast the spell Clairvoyance. She creates an invisible floating eye at a location within range, even if it's outside of her line of sight or line of effect. The eye can't move, but you can see in all directions from that point, as if using your normal visual senses. So she casts Clairvoyance and summons this invisible floating eye under the water in the pond. And she's looking around in the pond using this invisible floating eye.
Hopefully it's not too murky down there.
Oh.
She says it's actually very clear.
Well, that's good.
That means you take good care of the water.
And she goes ahead and casts another spell, Illusory Scene. and she crafts an imaginary scene that includes 10 discrete creatures and objects of various sizes, all of which must be within the spell's area. The spell's area is 500 feet. And she's just creates this illusory scene of a massive crowd of people over by Agatha's cafe. And her idea is that would actually attract people to go over there instead of coming over to the pond.
Oh, that's smart.
And
Yeah.
Mikoto, you can actually make me an occultism check. Mikoto, as you see her cast these spells, you think for a second, these are really advanced spells for a 13-year-old girl. Really advanced spells. And you can make me a perception check as you look at the illusory scene that she's cast. It's something that you've noticed for a while. Her illusions seem very, very well done and they almost appear real, right? And it's really unusual for a child her age to be able to cast such advanced magic and to be able to make such really advanced illusions like this, and it strikes you as really unusual. And you're beginning to wonder, Mikoto, if there's more to Daphne's illusions, if there's more to her ability to cast these illusions. And something that keeps poking at your mind, Mikoto, is Daphne was not born in this time. Daphne was resurrected.
Yes.
And with that perception check, you look at Daphne, and for a brief moment, you think her eyes glowed. You've only ever seen that with Diana, with Crystal, with the other guardians. And that nudging thought once again pokes into your mind. Daphne was not born in this time.
Out of character. Do we know how Daphne died?
Daphne, yes, you know how she died. She was born mute. She was always born mute. And she was in an orphanage for a long part of her life. And tragically, the other kids in the orphanage always teased and ostracized her simply for being mute. She learned to communicate through these illusions using spirit misty casting. But instead, that only made the other kids, hate her. And then, Mikoto, remembering that, you have another thought. Is it possible the other kids actually feared her? And this pushed her into darkness and evil. And she became Demios, one of the undead kings. But she was redeemed. She was redeemed by another party of adventurers. And she actually spent a long time as a ghost star. She reincarnated as a ghost star because she felt a lot of remorse, a lot of grief over what she had done as Demios. And Bristol offered her the chance to be resurrected as she was.
Yeah, we were there for all that, weren't we?
Yeah, you were there for all that.
Didn't someone say that it was bad to mess with death or something?
That was what?
That it was bad to mess with death.
Didn't someone say something about not messing with death?
Well, Diana had a concern because she realized that Daphne could actually be an heir to the human throne of Gothica, meaning she would be a threat to the Golan rule of Gothica. But that one thing keeps repeating your mind over and over, Mikoto. She was not born in this time. She was resurrected.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember the rules that Diana established about the Guardians. The first was that there was always one Guardian of each color. The second was they always awaken in a certain order. The third is that they are always women. Again, she was not born in this time. She was born in the Second Age. And you, I think, feel this urge to ask Diana whether it's possible Daphne could be a Guardian.
Diana?
Yeah?
Is it possible that Daphne could be a guardian? She's not born of this age. She was born a long time ago.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Her powers seem much more leveled, advanced, yes, than most 13-year-olds.
You're definitely correct about that. And it's something that has bothered me as well. Huh.
Maybe that's something we should look into.
It would actually explain a lot of things. It would explain basically everything from her past. And as we've discovered, there's always workarounds to the rules. What comes to mind?
Yep.
And Daphne interrupts and says, I see something moving down there. She signs that she sees something moving down there.
Well, the only thing that should be down there is the weird octopus thing.
What does it look like?
She signs, are you sure there are no fish?
As far as we've been told, there are no fish.
I see something that looks shaped like a fish, but it's big.
How big?
It's very big.
Is it Willow space fish?
Oh my gosh. It's like Willow hears that. It's like, hey, how big was that? The creature that came out of that girl.
Mikado, you remember it being actually rather small. Forgive the comparison, but it was about the size of a house cat.
Kidding. It was about the size of a cat, like a house cat that you would keep as a pet.
Yeah, about the size of a Neko. Yeah.
What did you say that it's it
was a octopus-looking creature.
Is the size of a Neko, or is it bigger? Or she's asking Daphne.
No, it's much bigger than that. It is very big.
Well, that's concerning.
Can the thing that was the octopus turn into other, like, transform? And can it get bigger?
Maybe it's absorbing the water. Or maybe that's why all the fish are gone.
So, Charmy, you happen to know that Almond Academy is home to one of the best libraries in the world. Maybe you can find something about whatever this is in there.
Should go to the library.
Research time.
Research.
It is research time. What topic do you want to research, Charmy?
Well, I guess like eldritch monsters or like voiders. Assuming that it is this, or maybe I guess something about like bodies of water and eldritch creatures, maybe.
Alrighty, so go ahead and you can make me an occultism check or a nature check. And if it's a nature check, it's specifically about bodies of water. Does Makoto want to roll?
That didn't go well.
No, it did not. Makoto, you come back with tentacle creatures in bodies of water. And you come back with books on Octree. You come back with books on Dimpla. There's a ton of Mystimon that you know of that have tentacles that live in bodies of water.
But a void terror is not a Mystimon.
Yeah, void terrors are not Mystimon. And there was also there's also Kaimaliki, which is a jellyfish type Mystimon.
Also not a void terror.
But when looking specifically at void terrors, the one thing that pops into mind is something called a servitor of the ancient ones. That really sounds very, 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 very similar in description to what you saw. And this is what you think it is. It sounds very, very, very similar to what you saw come out of that girl.
I guess I researched that more.
Make an occultism check. And Charmy can also make an occultism check.
That's creepy looking.
Charmy, you believe based on what you're reading here, you believe that servitors of the Ancient Ones are always summoned. They're conjured into this world, usually by one specific Ancient One, whose name is coming up constantly in your research.
What's their name? Oh no. Oh no. That's not good.
Very not good. This is bad. This is bad.
This is very bad, but that seems that this creature only comes about by being summoned by all Ancient One. I don't know if I should say the name.
Do you want to ask her to say the name?
Well, I was just wondering, if something bad will happen if I say the name.
He who must not be named.
In this case, it's she.
Yeah, close enough.
As you both come back out to the pond,
Did the book say whether that creature can turn into a fish-looking creature? And if it can get bigger?
You also know that servitors of the Ancient Ones, based on what you read, Charmy, can conjure other void terrors. Particularly if they're already on this plane.
Well, we might have 2 void terrors, but I can't say for certain. Just know that this thing can conjure other void terrors.
Lovely. So have you brought a friend?
And as you come back out to the pond, you feel something dark and heavy in this area. And it looks like Daphne and Deanna have been feeling it too. They're looking a little unnerved and shaken. And please make me a will save. I have already posted the thing in chat. Okay. Unfortunately, Charmy, your luck from Willow is already starting to affect you.
No.
I was going to say, does she get Willow's luck?
No. God dang it.
And you rolled a 1 on the die.
Oh my god.
Critical failure. You are unnerved 3.
Oh my gosh.
You might need to go take like a sage bath or pray to some celestial gods or something.
And Mikado, unfortunately, you also failed.
Was it 1 on the die too?
Not a 1 on the die. No, but you're unnerved 2.
I don't want to be unnerved. I don't want to be locked up like Willow.
Nobody wants to be locked up by Willow. No one wants to be locked up like Willow, not by Willow.
Yeah, I know.
I said with Willow. I don't want.
Willow said chains.
I don't want to be with her.
Willow said chains. So I think you're safe.
Who's to say that they're not strong enough to break from the chain?
And so, with that, we're going to take a short break. As you are feeling something is off here. Something is very wrong. We're taking a short break. This has been a production of Mystimon Saga Studios. Mystimon Saga is copyrighted 1995 to 2025 by Seth R. Mitchell and is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share Alike. The theme music used in this production is Shattered Glass by CJ Beards. It is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution. Ambiance and other music used in this production was provided by Tabletop Audio and is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Non-Derivatives. Pathfinder 2nd Edition role-playing game is written and distributed by Paizo. If you would like to learn more about Mystimon Saga, visit world.mystimonsaga.com.